Hello, 22 Tony here, back after a short respite to continue discussing collecting vintage and antique ammo. Today I'd like to talk about the .38 caliber, and a little bit of a puzzle that may be puzzling some of you, because we're going to talk about .38 rimfire up through the modern .357 Magnum. I'm actually going to kind of work backwards on this one. We're going to start with the .357 Magnum. We're all familiar with the cartridge, and probably most of us are familiar with the fact that the .357 Magnum was based on the .38 Special cartridge. And the .38 Special can actually be fired out of a modern .357 Magnum revolver. So the bullet diameter is not .38 caliber. Even though these are called .38s, it's actually a 357.357 inch diameter, or 9.07 millimeters. Now the .38 Special, depending on which source you believe, was either introduced in 1898 or 1902, but regardless, around the turn of the last century. And this is where it got the name .38, even though it's not a true .38. You see, the .38 Special was introduced because the previous .38s, the .38 Short Colt and the .38 Long Colt, had insufficient stopping power for military and police use. Well, those previous .38s, the .38 Short Colt specifically, was designed to replace or to be used in the Civil War era muzzle loading or black powder revolvers. They actually had they were actually a .36 caliber, and they were using the .38 Short Colt. They were modifying the guns to fire the .38 Short Colt. Well, you see, the .38 Short Colt was a heeled bullet similar to the modern .22. So the bullet diameter was 0.375 inches, and the neck of the case was 0.376. So basically the bullet diameter was the same as the case. Well, as you know, with modern bullets, that's not the case. With the .38 case, even though it continues to be the 0.376 diameter of the previous .38s, the bullet diameter is the .357. So because it was replacing the original .38s, they kept the nomenclature .38, and it became the .38 Special. Well, hopefully that'll clear up a little bit of the questions, and I'm sure some of your minds, why we're calling the .357 a .38. It really isn't. But if we're going to talk about .38 handgun cartridges, let's talk about the original .38s. We have a .38 extra long rimfire, .38 long rimfire, and the standard .38 or .38 short rimfire. Now these are the true .38s. These are the heeled bullets, so the bullet diameter is basically the same diameter of the neck of the case, and these are true .38 caliber bullets. Now, in addition to the short, the long, and the extra long, .38 rimfires also came in a shot variety. So there were .38 rimfire shots. Now, .38 rimfire doesn't have the power of a centerfire, and that's basically because of the design of the case itself. In order to fire the .38 rimfire, the hammer of the gun has to come down on the rim and crush it. The modern .38 centerfire, the case is much too strong for that. The hammer would not be able to crush the rim. So the .38 rimfire cartridges, they can't withstand the pressure of a modern .38. So they were severely underpowered, and they didn't really last very long. They were introduced in the 1860s at the beginning of the Civil War, just before prior to the beginning of the Civil War. And they were used during the war and into the years following. They were actually fairly popular into the 1880s with gentlemen who carried a vest pocket pistol. The .38 was a little more popular than the .32 or the .22. It had a little more power and a little more stopping power, but still not nearly the power required for police or military use. So by the end of the 19th century, the .32 or the .38 rimfire was pretty much a thing of the past, and we had moved on to the centerfire cartridges. Well, today's discussion was only a few minutes. I didn't want to take a lot of time on this. It's not an area that probably very many people are going to spend a lot of time focusing on, but I wanted to give you something to think about, as with all of my videos. They're not designed to be the answer, they're designed to be the question. So if this did pique your interest, I hope you'll take some time and do a little bit of research, and you'll find some very interesting information out there on the .38 caliber. As always, I do want to thank you for watching my videos. I hope you'll share it. I hope you enjoyed it. And take some time and watch the other ones as well. Have a good day, everybody.